The Magic Shop by H.G. Wells. I had never thought of entering that magic shop until my boy, Gip, pulled me by my finger right up to the window, urging me to take him in. It was at Regent Street, between the picture shop and the shop that sold chickens. Come to think of it, although I had seen the shop from afar several times, I'm not sure of its location until now. I had fancied it was somewhere around Oxford Street or even in Holborn.
If I was rich, I would buy that.
Which was the vanishing egg?
And that.
Which was the crying baby, very human?
And that.
Which was called by one and astonish your friends, a set of cones that will make anything disappear under it?
And the vanishing halfpenny. I could show it to Jessie.
He said, as thoughtful as ever of others. It's less than 100 days to your birthday, I said as I was about to enter the shop. It was a narrow shop, not very well lit. There was a papier-matched tiger on the glass case, several crystal spheres, a china hand holding magic cards, magic mirrors, and a magic hat that shamelessly displayed its springs. Then, the shopman came in. He was a dark man, with one ear bigger than the other.
What can we have the pleasure?
I want to buy my little boy a few simple tricks.
Mechanical? Domestic?
Anything amusing.
Something in this way.
He distinctively drew out from his head a glass ball and held it out. That's good. Gip tried to grab the object from his hand but found only an empty palm.
It's in your pocket.
And there it was. How much will that be?
Oh no, we don't charge that. We get them for free.
He produced another one from the back of his neck.
If you don't mind, you can have another one coming from my mouth.
He looked at me for inquiry and then put away the 4 balls in silence, ready for the next event.
We get all smaller tricks that way.
Instead of going to the wholesale shop, of course, it's cheaper. He drew a business card from his cheek and handed it to me.
I don't know if you noticed our inscription, sir, but we sell genuine magic goods here. Genuine, as in there's no deception. And you, my dear boy, are the right sort of person.
When I was about to ask what he meant, there came a rattling at the door.
Yeah, I wouldn't go there, Dada. Wanna go there. Yeah.
He's a fat little kid and his face was pale from eating too much junk food. The adult who accompanied him said,
It's locked, Edward.
But it isn't.
It is, sir. Always for that sort of child,
said the shopman as we saw the spoilt kid being carried off howling. How do you manage that?
Why, magic, of course. By the way, before you came in, I heard you wanted one of our buy one and astonish your friends boxes. Yes. It's in your pocket.
From the empty hat with springs, he drew a sheet of paper. From his mouth, he drew an unending thread to tie the parcel before swallowing it. He sealed the parcel with a red sealing wax he somehow procured from his finger.
Then there was the disappearing egg.
He remarked and produced one from my coat pocket and packed it in the same fashion, an also crying baby, very human. Then, I felt something moving about in my hat. It was a pigeon and it then ran into a cardboard box behind the papier-matched tiger.
What a careless bird,
cried the shopman as he took my hat and shook its contents out. 2 or 3 eggs, a watch, about half a dozen glass balls, and then a crumpled piece of paper.
All sorts of things accumulate, sir. Nearly every customer. Astonishing what they carry about with them.
The crumpled paper rose and covered the whole counter, including himself. Have you done with my hat? There was no answer. Let's look behind the counter, Gip. Behind that counter, we saw no one. Only my hat and an innocent-looking rabbit.
Dada, I do like this shop.
So do I. We saw the rabbit squeezed through a door. The door opened and out came the shopman.
You would like to see the showroom, sir?
We haven't got much time. But somehow we were inside the showroom before I knew it.
Nothing in the place that isn't genuine magic. Excuse me.
He pulled something that clung to my coat sleeve. And then I saw he was holding a little red demon by the tail and tossed it carelessly behind the counter. I glanced at Gip, but Gip was busy looking at the magic rocking horse. I was glad he hadn't seen that. You haven't many things like that about, have you?
None of ours. Astonishing what people carry about with them unawares. Do you see anything fancy here? Is that a magic sword? A magic toy sword. Neither breaks, bends, nor cuts your fingers. And there is this shield of safety, sandals of swiftness, helmet of invisibility. Oh, Daddy!
I tried to find out what they cost, but the shopman did not heed me. He had got Gip. I felt a bit jealous as Gip was holding the finger of that person the way he was holding mine. The showroom was much bigger than I expected. There were stalls and archways leading to other departments. There were the queerest looking assistants too. The shopman showed Gip magic trains that ran without steam or clockwork. And that was this box of magic soldiers. The shopman told Gip the magic word, which was too tongue-twisting for me, and Gip quickly got the hang of it. The soldiers came to live the moment Gip spoke before he opened the lid.
You take that box?
I'll take that box. He swept the little men back, shut the lid, waved the box in the air, and there it was, all tied up, in brown paper with Gip's name and address on it. The magic he showed me was too genuine for my taste. While the shopman was busy showing Gip other tricks, I felt a certain eeriness about the place. Then I saw one of the assistants doing something horrible with his nose. He shot it out like a telescope and it became as long as a whip. I had to warn Gip. He was there with the shopman who was holding a huge drum. Stop, I cried. But the shopman had already put the drum over Gip. Take that off this instant. He did so, but Gip wasn't there. Where is my boy?
Haha, you see, there's no deception.
I tried to get hold of him, but he eluded me and escaped through the door. I ran after him and collided with a decent-looking working man. I was at Regent Street. I saw Gip from a yard away and he was holding 4 parcels in his hands. The door of the magic shop is no longer there. Only a common pilaster between the picture shop and the poultry shop.
Dada, that was a proper shop.
We returned home to open the parcel. 3 of them were boxes of soldiers and the other one contained a live white kitten. 6 months had passed. The kitten was still a normal-looking kitten. As for the soldiers, they were as still as any other toy would behave. I asked Gip if he would like his soldiers to come alive.
Of course, I shouldn't like them if they didn't do that.
Sometimes I dropped it upon Gip unannounced, but I haven't seen anything magical about those soldiers. I visited that same location at Regent Street several times, but to no avail. Even though the shopman did not name the price, I felt inclined to pay the bill. But then I thought, since Gip's name and address are known to them, I may leave it to those people, whoever they were, to send in their bill in their own time.
Hey, remember to sign up for my website and get some free reviews.